Hey, well, here we are. Permission to Suck. This was my first run through solo act on the Angel Channel show, and I completely screwed it up, and I have absolutely no idea what was wrong. I lost everybody. Hey, Vivian, you made it back. Awesome. Maybe it'll just be me and you, kiddo. My erstwhile companion. Oh, there you go. Yay! Here we are. Never give up, man. It's been that kind of fucking day. What's up, Amber? Okay, excellent, 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 excellent. So, um, yes, it does. And it happened frequently today, man. I got like nuclear bombed. I had such an excellent week last week. Like every single day was just super fun. And I talked to a bunch of people I hadn't connected with in a long time. I'm calling last week the week of synchronicities, man. It's like I would think something and there it was. And wow, it's cool when life flows like that. So, the flip side, yeah, it's the wheel of fortune. It's, one day you're up, the next day you're down. But even when you're down, you're going to be up. So all good. And the key is to be the spot in the spoke of the wheel so that you're not spinning all the way around the wheel, man, and you're just staying right there in the center. Because even when the bombs fall, if you stay centered, you can deal with it and go on about your business. All right, I'm gonna try to get. We did own last week, and it kind of ran a little bit longer than I had intended. And I wanted to share a video I did. This is a number of years ago, maybe 10 years ago or so. And I was deeply into the sonics of Om and the sonics of all the chakras. And, like the angel, I use numerology to inform notes. So like you have a name, you have a word, you convert those letters to numbers like you do in numerology, and then those numbers have a corresponding place on the piano. And those keys, those sequences wind up being really beautiful sometimes. The opening to the show is the piano parts for that are the actual notes of the words, the angel channel. So I was really deep into the sonic stuff, and I had through a friend of mine, I met a guy who was a pretty intense yogi, and he was going some really deep places I hadn't heard about before. And you know, we always think of Om as being the creative part of that, but Om is everything. Om's the entire universe. So it's the cycle of life, and it's about like uh, churning and rebuilding. And I was kind of in the zone of putting together a video that um, speaks to kind of all of our human constructions going away and being replaced by energy and love and the vibration of Om. And I was just kind of delving into how powerful Om actually is. So the recording for this I did like it's me doing the Om, but about 30 times. And it's kind of a crazy little ride here. So it's about 3 minutes, and I hope you enjoy. Let's see, video file. And there we are. And go ahead and play. Here we go. Awesome. No sound, right? Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Bear with me just 1 second. All right, let's remove you, video file. Oh man, now how do I get rid of your ass? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Let's do this and this and this and this and this. Okie dokie. Now let's go down here to share my screen. And let's select that and allow. And here we go. There we go. Oh, wow. I always forget how long it took me to do those shaking letters at the end, man. It just absolutely took forever. Hey, what's up, Patty? Hey, Linda, glad you made it back. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, so my friend Vivian just bought an angel deck and a tarot deck, and she was kind of digging on them and wrote me a message asking about shuffling. And this is the deck I read with most have been reading with for about like 10 years now. And as you can tell, it's really frayed and stuff, but it bends really easy, and I can do a shuffle up in the air, and they work really good. They're really difficult to. The new ones are like on super good paper. This is really cheapy paper, and and they're foil coated. The angel ones have silver foil all around them, and the tarot deck has the gold foil all around them. So, my normal way of shuffling things doesn't really work very well. So I promised I would show a shuffling technique for larger cards and stiffer cards and cards you just don't want to beat up. I don't want this. I don't want my little block of silver to wind up all messed up. So I wound up learning this shuffle technique from my teacher, actually, and it's called the Norma Cowrie technique. And I originally learned this when I was really focused on the tarot, because you do a 12 card layout, you do a few more pull cards. All those cards are kind of in a row, and unless you shuffle them really good, like the overhand. Let's see here. The overhand thing, you don't really get everything mixed up, and you could do stuff with cutting it and pulling out in thirds and putting on top, and that's all good. But if you really want to get randomness, and you don't need the randomness so much with the angel card deck, because I'm usually pulling just one, maybe two or three cards. It's not quite as important, but it really is excellent for just stirring up the energy again and getting a fresh palette and not leaving any of um, the funk from a last reading. Any impressions from that get really nice and cleaned away. So I'm going to show you a little. This is called the Norma Cowrie technique. Let's see here. So you start with this. I put it in my left hand, and I pull from the bottom and I pull from the top, and I pull those together. Let's see, there we go. I pull those together, put those down on a pile, and I go through the whole deck just like that. And when I get to the bottom of the deck, I do one of those. I cut it in thirds, so you're just pulling out like the middle third. Put it on the top. You can do another one, put it on the bottom, and then do another rush through those again. And again, I'll show you. It gets super easy, and once you kind of get a flow with it, they go pretty fast. And with your tarot decks, oh man, I can't keep them in frame here. With your tarot decks, this is a super good way. If you go through 2 rounds of this, you've pretty much randomized the entire deck, and you're not going to get the same reading. I have a friend, and she called me up, and she's like, "Man, I keep getting the same cards right in a row." Yeah, well, how long did you shuffle? So anyway, Norma Cowrie, and those will keep your crispy little beautiful little deck all nice and clean, and you won't scratch off the edges. Pull the little bad boys out there. And there you go. I've got the house open. It's really nice and cool. And I just keep hearing this truck. You know, Sometimes it's just so good to laugh at yourself and your own stupidity, man. I get a good chuckle out of that constantly. All right, so we did the own video. We did the shuffles. Last week I got to do a light painting event at Mont Cirque on Halloween, and a bunch of friends showed up, and it was a really, really fun evening. And it's such a different experience to go do events like that. Most of my time spent. Let's see. Hang on. Let me check here. Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right, Vivian. So yes, there you go. Vivian's first card was the Angel of Mental Force. That was a pretty intense card, and I hope that you've gone through and found your birthday angel. Really, really good to get a strong relationship with your birthday angel. That's for sure. So anyway, back to the event. Most of my light painting adventures, it's in the middle of the night and I'm by myself and I'm off in some dark place somewhere. So it's really kind of a solitary journey with just you and the energies that be. So going to a crowd and doing stuff kind of on the fly, like I'll spend 5 or 6 hours sometimes on one shot to like just keep tweaking it and making it perfect. And I've back like my early 20s drug days, and it's like how many nights you went all night going, oh, just one more, just one more, just one more. And that's kind of how I am with my light painting. It's like I'll get all ready to be done. Oh, this is the last one, I'll get it perfect, and it looks really perfect. And just as I'm about to start tearing everything down, like, oh yeah, what if we did this? So I've spent many a night cruising all the way through the evening, and to have people's energy there and to be able to spontaneously come up with something on the fly, like all of these are really different, and it was just kind of feeding off of um, what they brought to the party, and it was super fun, super different experience for me. I hope to keep doing a lot more of it. We're making some changes. My bud Brannon is making some changes on the website, and we're going to be offering some corporate event kind of scenarios, and I'm looking forward to more of this. So anyway, let me let me share a screen, and let's see. Where are my pics? Man, there we are. No, that's not what I wanted. All right. Yeah. Okay. StreamYard camera hug. Oh, good. Yeah. All right, bear with me 1 second. I refuse to give up tonight, man. I don't care how sloppy it looks. I just refuse to submit to failure. All right, now let's try this again. There we go. Success. I love doing stuff with the LED strip. My friend Brandon raided a garden one time that he was remodeling for somebody, and brought me this nifty like 30-foot long garden LED strip and just a bunch of little lights in it. And I put gels and stuff on it and swing that thing and just wow, it is so free, and you just let go and you're flowing into it. And love the textures, love the circular feel to it, and the energy and flow from all of it is really fun. Yeah, this lady was great. She had this like shirt on with all these lights, so she wound up being the picture. Super fun. My friend Alana and I were going to do a fire thing, but she hurt her hand and wasn't able to do that. So she came as the guy from Labyrinth. Pretty fun. And here's the mirror of that, like oh, the super self. And the more you look at this, like there's this woman right here at the top standing in the sphere, and then there's this huge robotic like arm thing and the energy ball, like where everything is happening, and this creep, yeah, it's just really crazy. And the energy balls that are happening over the hands and the colors, those are so honest colors too, man. Really fun. I've gotten some of the coolest stuff. And just a little local singer who is bad to the bone. And man, some of my favorite wings. Mount Circus is a difficult, challenging place to shoot because there are buildings everywhere and streetlights everywhere and lights. It's not ideal, but I've kind of gotten used to like using them, like the four streetlights at the side over there, and I wound up blurring out the power pole with a blast over her head. And it's kind of hard to see, but she's got like two painted eyes down below her real eyes, and yeah, so super fun adventure. Yeah, it is kind of a crazy. Vivian said the triangles from the rooftops is a perfect little touch. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice graphic shapes, and when it takes a little bit of finessing. Like there was just one spot in the whole place that felt like it was good to shoot in, but it wound up working great. Hey, Inga, glad you made it back. Happy to see you. Okay. I've had a bunch of questions this week, and there were actual multiple questions about this, about making a magic mirror or a black mirror. And that's one of my favorite things to do. I use mirrors a whole lot. Um, you can't play around with them willy nilly like a Ouija board or something like that. But if you set it up right and you make it really like pretty lock tight, you can go travel to many, 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 many places, and visit lots of the frequencies. And it's a really cool way to travel back through your past lives and actually kind of see who you were. It's great for shadow work. I use it a lot for shadow work, although it's not one of my most pleasant things. Some people are really good mediums with their mirrors. So I thought I'd just give you a little run through on how to make one. And you want to get like a 8 by 10, maybe a little larger piece of clear glass. Clean it up really, really good, and get some paint that you can paint on glass with, and paint one side of it solid black. Let that dry really, really good, and make sure that you go back and forth, like going up and down, and then back and forth, so it's just nice and flat. There's nothing in there to reflect back through the glass. Um, And then you want to put it in some kind of frame. If you have a pre-made frame, you can sand it down and paint it, get it back to kind of raw zone, or you can make a really super simple square frame around it. And it's great to put a prayer that is really near and dear to your heart, to, put some symbols of protection, and whatever current that you follow with your practice, use the symbols out of that to connect you to God and to light and protection, and for this to be a journey of wisdom and evolution for you. And, nothing that's using real energy, and the key to all of that, as I do every week with the tarot deck, nothing works to full capacity without juice, and anything you put juice in, you're actually putting part of the source in. And for me, that makes it sacred. So if you take one and build it, treat it nice, treat it right, and see it as the infinite doorway to many places you've never gotten to visit before. All right, so that's a Black Mirror. What time is it? Okay. All right, I'll save this for next week, man, since I've wasted so much time. We are going to get into some energy practice. And by the way, anybody out there, I don't know, did Nancy make it back? I don't think so. Anybody that wants a reading, as always, crank me up, and I'll be happy to take care of you at the end of the show. All right, we're going to create some sacred space. Then we'll do a little grounding and guided meditation. I've been off center like pretty much since this morning. And I've been doing my best to kind of keep on, but this is going to really be helpful. And I hope you'll seriously participate and dive into this energy vortex we're going to create. Yeah, see the yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the energy when it gets really high, my little setup really gets cranky. All right, so here we go. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. The light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, banish and clean this space, and make this place pure. We join together to create our safe space, our energy circle of light and love. We ask that the angels be with us this evening, sharing their high frequency, energetic wisdom. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand, and with absolute gratitude for it all. Unlimited, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. could do that 100 times a day. All right, we're going to do a little cleansing before we do the blank breathing. So I want everyone just to get still and go inside to your center, to your solar plexus, and become aware of the spinning little sun, the star that exists in the center, in your core. It's your energy source. It's your place where everything radiates out from. It's your interface between the worldly chakras and your upper chakras. And it's the thing that drives all the energy that you project and use. God, the screen is crazy tonight. I'm really jacked up. All right, so become aware of that spinning ball. And I want you to draw with each intake of breath. I want you to draw the energy in your body and keep filling up that sphere in your center and make it grow. And just keep pulling up energy and making it brighter. And the more energy that you pull, and the bigger it gets, the more energy you can pull, and the more energy you can get. So let's just make that thing huge. Let's make it a shining, spinning star right in your center. All right, here we go. With an inhale, draw that, connect, reach out with your intent. Connect to your energy and draw it right there. Inhale. Fill it up. Make it bright. There you go. It's getting bigger. It's spinning faster. Pull more. I want you to pull all the energy in your body right there. Have it focused right there. Keep breathing in. Really deep. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to take that energy and we're going to push it out now with our exhale out into our light body surrounding us. And I want you to just imagine it's like you're turning up the dimmer on a switch and you're just getting brighter and brighter and brighter until you could light up a dark room. All right? You guys are pretty, man. All right, here we go. Inhale, push. All directions, 360 degrees, right from that sphere, out into your body of energy. Push. Make it brighter. See it in your mind. You're glowing. It's the invincible, infinite part of you, the piece of you that is actually the source. Light it up. All right, there we go. All right, now that your aura is all nice and sparkly, it's all alive and energetic and moving. We're going to go down through each of the bands real quickly, and we are going to just take our energy, like imagine your hands as like magnetic, energetic Swiffers, okay? And you're just going to like scrape down through your light body and just let anything that doesn't belong to you get attached to your hands, and then we'll ground that down into the earth. And this, somebody said, wow, you're always talking about negative entities. I'm like, I never talk about negative entities, and this really has nothing to do with negative entities. If you think about it, you're in your physical body, you go out into the world, you get dirty, man. Like you go through dust storms, you get stuff splashed on you, man, you sweat. Like your body gets dirty. So you go home and you take a bath, and this is energy body hygiene. This isn't exorcisms or, any kind of fear based mode. This is actually just collecting what doesn't belong to you and giving yourself an opportunity to live in life with a clean, fresh you that's only you. All right, so here we go. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Just scrape it and put some juice in it. There we go. One more of those. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Magnetic Swiffers. Yeah, there you go. Wow, a couple of you are bright tonight. Beautiful, beautiful. Send it all the way down into the earth, deep. All right, let's go out to the second band, our emotional band. Get rid of any goo. I ground any emotional goo of my own construction or any other, in this frequency or any other. I ground any emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or any other, in this frequency or any other. All right. I ground significant worry, apprehension, confusion, depression. Okay, give it up. Depression. Emotional illusion. Grief. Anger, rage, resentment. And fear. The great chameleon, fear, in all its faces and forms. All right. I ground any mental goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any unused patterned energy, negative thoughts of any kind, negative thoughts towards others, negative thoughts towards me. Circle thinking. Obsessive thinking. And nasty, mean gossip. All the way down. When I'm standing and doing this, I usually smack the ground 3 times and just send it deep. All right, last band. Ground any negative material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any blockages related to my home, my sanctuary, my place of safety. I ground any material blockages relating to my job, my way to make a living and sustain myself. I ground any blockages related to my finances and money. Give this one some oomph. I ground any blockages related to my physical health and well being. My physical health and well being. I ground any material blockages related to current plans or plans that have been set in motion. All right. Now we're all nice and sparkly and we've got all this room. Let's reach down into the center of the earth, right where the spinning molten sphere is grinding against the mantle and creating this massive amount of electromagnetic energy. It's bright, crackly blue. It's this pure, unadulterated, no one's gotten near it. There's no programming on it of any kind, even from outer space. So it is, in my exploration, as clean and pristine and beautiful and delicious energy I've experienced. And there's an unlimited amount of juice. You know, it's cool. What we're going to do now, we're going to draw that juice up and we're going to fill up our well and just get sparkly with it. But when you're in the middle of working and you're doing something, you're doing a difficult projective effect, you know, you're doing just like we pulled energy, you know, you can reach down to the earth. And once you get used to kind of doing the cycle, you can be pulling directly from that energy in the earth and pushing it out through your hand. And you just become the conduit for it. So you don't burn yourself out. You don't get tired. And as a matter of fact, I always have to try to come down from that because it's so yummy. All right. So I want everybody just to reach down really deep and pull up a really nice fresh batch of creative potential that you can do anything with, and start in your solar plexus, or start at the bottom of your feet and just draw it up, fill your whole body up with it and let it spill out into your light body. All right, here we go. Draw that juice, girls. Feel it run right up your legs like electrical bolts. Yeah, one more. All right, there we go. So, anyone out there looking for readings? Yeah, I lost most of you this evening, but happy to, let's do one. Anybody out there? Vivian, I do that every morning before I get out of bed. And we're running kind of long on time, but I've done it longer. Like I think we did a 20-minute version, and using each of those bands, doing it like each one of those 3 times, and it really does charge you up. And that charge up at the end, if you get up in the morning, you do meditation, you get yourself ready for the day, you do a nice grounding. If you think about it, you're always creating stuff, even in your dreams in the middle of the night. And those things, you have a bad dream, you have shadow stuff you're working through in a dream, your mind reacts to that and creates stuff in your second band. And it's really nice to be done with all of that, and just flush and have this pristine, clean slate for the day. It's like you don't have to wear any of yesterday's goo, you know you get a clean slate to start the day, and that charge up at the end always makes me feel kind of invincible. Like, no matter what's coming, I've got the wherewithal to deal with it. Yeah. So I'm glad you enjoyed that, Vivian. Inga, you bet. Here we go. You know what to do. Connect up. 3 deep breaths, Inga. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's get synced up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, now focus really good. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Number 70. That's kind of actually really appropriate. Number 70, the angel of alchemy. Yeah, let's see. Share my screen. Find my window. Booklet inside. Allow. And all right, bear with me, Inga. I'm working it. Wow, these are all out of order. Holy crap. All right, there we go. Luckily. All right, there we go. Actually, that's not what I wanted. All right, here we go. Comedy of errors. All right. There we go. 70. There we go. All right. Greater awareness of this is Angel Jabamaya, number 70. The angel of alchemy. Greater awareness of the deeper truth in place of the surface truth. Hold on, I can't see this so well. Never allow yourself to think that this is all there is. Remain loyal to your purpose, to yourself, and to others. The end of the road is just the beginning. Prepare to move on. You have the ability to integrate and balance your feelings in deep, expansive, and innovative ways. Use your skill for your own emotional happiness and well being and that of others, and victory and liberation are assured. You're addicted to your emotions. They have become ends in themselves, goaded on by the ego, an unwelcome source of intense stimulation, everything exaggerated for effect. You could be suffering for the rush rather than recognizing the pain as the initial part of the positive lesson to be learned. Let me read that again. You could be suffering for the rush rather than recognizing the pain and as the initial part of the positive lesson to be learned. A person stuck never gets beyond the suffering. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny, right? Okay, so stop screen. There we go. All right, so it looks like that's it for the readings this evening. I really appreciate your guys' patience and sticking with me through my inept, you know, three prong night, man. Permission to suck. Next week I'll have it better, and hopefully by the next week Jacob will be back. So, um, as always, please hit the like and subscribe. Um, and cop a deck for Christmas if you want to give a happy gold plated deck for one of your loved ones for Christmas, or someone you want to give something special to. Love you guys. I will see you next week, and I hope this week is a happy, joyous, and uh, spiritually bright week. Be in the light. We close our circle this evening and bid everyone a fond farewell till next week. We thank the angels for their wisdom, their patience, and their sense of humor laughing at me. um, yeah, they're pretty chuckly this evening. So, without further ado, we give our absolute heartfelt thanks for all of it, our infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, be in the light.